Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT Certified Tangle Teacher. And I apologize for the live video on Tuesday. It was a great idea, but the camera wasn't all that good, and I was in my class. I had not filmed for Tuesday, and I thought, well, this will be an opportunity. I'll just do a live. Well, it didn't work out that well. So I'm going to repeat it so that you see what I did, and maybe a little twist on it, maybe another tangle. I have a couple ideas, but this is the tangle, and they are on the 3Z triangle tiles, and the tiles themselves are 3 inches. Somebody asked the size, and I haven't posted back. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to take my ruler, and you can see, let's come in. Actually, I'm going to move these over to one side, and I'm just going to get one of the gray tiles out here and come in on that so you can see. But they are 3 inches if you go from the side to the point. That's 3 inches. On the side, it is about 3 3/8. Oh, maybe, yeah, about 3 3/8 on that triangle. So that's what size they are. They're fun little triangles to do, and I'm just going to show you how I achieved this look, and so that I had a space, and how I divided it off. If you think of the center of your tile, so I'm going to use a little ruler just to show you. If I laid that down, I could make a little mark right here on my tile, and that would be a center, but I can eyeball it, so I can just come down and just put another mark right there, and then another mark right there, and that's going to give me the center of my tile. That one doesn't look quite center. No, it was off. It wasn't really quite center. And so that I have a reference point, because you kind of want them to have a reference point. And then I'm going to draw with my pencil. No, I'm not. With my pen. I'm going to draw from this angle and come down to there, just with a little arc. And on the other side. So I have it divided off here so that I have these spaces. Now I can either divide these up like I did on these. I divided them up a little bit more, or I can leave them. And I am going to leave that space, because I am going to draw in here a tangle that will fit in each one of these spaces. So I'm going to start off with the largest space, and I'm going to do a line right up the center, and I'm going to do a Betweed, a little variation of a Betweed, which I saw done and I liked it. My Betweeds sometimes have a little arc, and they have a little fescue look, but I'm going to start at this corner, and I'm going to come straight up to that line, and then here, and straight up and meet. So they meet. Then down here, and it's just going to be off just a little bit, almost if you were thinking of doing Rick's Paradox, but we're doing Betweed, and we're going to come back and forth, and I'm just going to do that straight line from that corner or that area alternating back and forth. So that we get that little design. And then we're going to come back here and do the same thing. So we have that kind of build up design. And then there's ink down in here. It's kind of build up into that space. And now we're going to come back and I'm going to round these corners, kind of round off this area. So just do a rounding. Sometimes Betweed is kind of hard to do because, and I'm going to show you another way of doing Betweed, but we just round it off and you can see the dimension that that gives when you round those off and give it some drama. It really changes this little tangle. So we really have changed that tangle by that. Now I'm going to come and I'm going to do a Rick's Paradox in this area. So I'm just going to start and I'm going to come a little wider. It's like drawing a triangle in here. And then each one of these gets a little wider. And I love how Rick's Paradox, turns out. And I love the way it looks with a little Betweed. And if we were to do that, we could do it again, but let's do something else on this side. We're going to divide this one right down here with a line, and now I'm going to do a Rick's Paradox in this space. And now we're going to do the same thing going the opposite direction. So I'm going to have my fan kind of widen out here and then skinny to wide there and then skinny to wide here. And there we get just another look. And we can come back in here and round off those corners so we have a little depth in there, just like we did here. And when we were to repeat this, we're going to get a really, really cool look. But I'm going to come back in and I'm going to do a little shading. And I'm going to shade with my graphite. And then I'm going to shade down in. And I'm going to shade here from the bottom up. And then I'm going to shade on this one. On the curves. So that we have a little shading. Now, if I repeat this particular design 6 times and place it together, we'll see what we get. I'm going to remember that I want to do 2 of them, and as I'm going to do them and then I'll put them together for you. I'm going to do 2 of them so that they match here, so they'll be on opposite sides of each other. So I'm going to go ahead and film, well, I'm going to go ahead and draw one and repeat it, and then I'm going to put them together. So I'm going to go ahead and draw, and then I'll come back. Okay, I did my first Betweed, and now I'm getting ready to do my Rick's Paradox. So I want to think about how I'm going to do them so that it will match up. I'm going to do the one where I divided it down the center so that it matches up with this one. So now that I know that those two, and then I will put the one I did the whole thing right here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this one. How do you set it? I'd go ahead and film it, then just speed it up. So now I have two of them that are going to, when I put them together, I'm going to get this look. Can you see how fun that's going to be? Now I'm going to draw the one opposite. So we have done, come out, opposites of each other. So now I'm going to do a whole Rick's Paradox in this particular shape. And now I have Rick's Paradox here, but I haven't done the rounding, so I need to round this corner and then do some shading. Then we'll put them together and see what we've got. So I rounded those, and now we can put these together. Scan out. So you can see I can put these together this way, or I can put them together this way, and we're going to get a whole nother look. We can put them together this direction and get a look. You can see how much fun you can have with the 3Zs, the triangle tiles, and how much fun they'll be. You can even add some white to this with a little shading with your charcoal, your white charcoal, and really have a good time. Thanks again for making the comments you did about my live videos. Some liked it, some didn't. And it's really a stressful way for me to do because I like to be able to have control. I'm a little OCD. And so when I film and then I edit, I really enjoy the process a lot more. So you probably won't see too many live videos. Let's put them. I really like it going this direction. I think that is really fun. So I'm probably going to do a few more just to lay out like I did this one. We'll back off and I'm going to lay these out, and you can see not all of these tiles were done identically the same. I did the round, and but then I did what I did in the little round areas. I haven't finished that one. Oops, let me get down here. Let's lay them out again. Not white on everything, but you can see the idea of how much fun the 3Zs are, and you can just explore all sorts of possibilities with these tiles and what you can achieve. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and you won't see too many more live videos. Only maybe once a month I'll do something live, but I'll get back to my regular scheduling. Life just kind of sometimes gets in the way, and you can't film, and I don't know, that's what happened this week. Thanks again, and tangle every day.